everybody. Let's Periscope tonight. Jennifer Salter, thank you for joining me. This is fun to hang out. Hi, Michelle. Hi, honey. We are having a great night tonight, and so I hope you guys are too. I had a great time Periscoping earlier today, talking about habits, because after my day yesterday, I knew that today I was going to have to start off the day with some good habits, because yesterday I started off my day with a bad habit, and I'm not going to do that again. Hi, Alex. So y'all watch the replay. If you didn't get a chance to be with me at noon today, for everyone else, I'll introduce myself. I'm Trina Titus Lozano, and I'm a counselor and an ordained Christian minister. And every once in a while, I have a really bad day. Every once in a while, I have a complete meltdown. That was yesterday. But today, I'm totally back, and I'm flying, and I'm ready to go. So here we go. And I will try to speak slowly, but y'all, if you know me, it's really not going to be possible. It's just, I don't know. It's just not who I am. So you got to stick with me and stay with me. We are talking about habits. And if you guys remember where this word initially came from, habits. Remember Sister Act? Any of you see that movie? Well, you know what Sister Act is? The nuns, and they're dressed in what? They're dressed in a habit, okay? So that's exactly what we're talking about here. So think about the word habit and what are you dressed in? Because if your bad habits are what you are clothed in, that is not going to end well for you. So we want to change clothes into our good habits, okay? So I had to review today Stephen Covey's book just because I was totally in the mood to establish some good habits here. So oh my goodness, we have got a lot of international people today. Well, welcome. So, okay, so we want to clothe ourselves with good habits. As I went back to review Stephen Covey's book, I thought, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. There is no other book better than that for this particular topic. And so as we reviewed that today, I started off this morning saying the top 3, and then tonight I'm going to finish with the last 4. So the top 3 were be proactive. Number 2, begin with the end in mind. 3, put first things first. Okay, so here's the last 4, okay? Think win-win. Y'all, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, I see in my office with couples, with relationships, with everything going on in family dynamics, I see there's this constant sort of power struggle where people forget that we're on the same team. So it should always be a win-win. We should always keep the idea that we are a team and it's teamwork. There doesn't have to be a winner or a loser. We can all win. So you guys keep that in mind. That is a habit of a highly successful person, is they keep in mind what relationships look like when there's no power struggle. What are relationships like when we always know that there can be a win-win? So between parents and children, between children and adult parents, between adult parents and senior citizen parents, between kids and other kids, or you and your best friend, or you and your boss, or whatever relationship might be something that you sort of struggle with, y'all remember, a habit of a highly successful person is they keep this in mind. Everything can be a win-win. We both win. There does not have to be a loser. And we don't want anybody to feel like a loser or to be a loser. So we want to keep in mind the win-win in every situation. Okay, number 5. Okay, seek first to understand, then to be understood. So very often in communication skills, we forget, and it's very important to the ingredient of success that Stephen Covey was telling us about, is when we're communicating, y'all, we got to think about understanding the other person. So it's not just about, I need to be understood. I need to say my piece. I need to tell you what's going on in my head. But no, first seek to understand. First seek to understand. That is so very important. Understand what's on somebody else's heart. And there's a great question to ask people. When you're in a communication situation or a setting where you can communicate, there's a great question to ask. Help me understand, especially if there's a time of conflict. Help me understand. Right, Christina? This is so important. Help me understand. Okay, so this is a very important question that you always want to be asking anytime you're having a conversation with other people. Help me understand. Okay, and then when you do this, then they will do that. They might not say things that you want to hear, but if you seek to understand first before you seek to be understood, that's going to be a great habit that will contribute to your success. Okay, number 6, synergize. So always think about cooperation. Okay, again, think about the teamwork. Think about the cooperation. Think about the synergy, okay? So it's not just about you. You're not alone on a desert island, okay? You're in your life. You're in your world. So think about everything that's around you. Just like I was talking about with New Year's resolutions. Don't just think about what can I do about me for self-improvement, but what can I do around me? So think about the synergy. Think about if everyone else in your group, everyone else in your sales team, everyone else in your office, everyone else in your family, everyone else in your neighborhood, in your community, whatever it is, synergize. Everybody is part of the team. Everybody. In the Bible, it says that we are all members of the same body. We all have a purpose. And so that is very important that we synergize. Understanding is a goal, being understood is a desire. I love that, Kathy. That is so sweet. That's right. Being understood is a desire, but to understand someone else can be a goal. I love that you said that. That just blesses me. That means that you're really getting it. Love yourself, then give it away. Use that spiritual connection. Excellent, Susan. I love this feedback. This is what I love about Periscope, is the feedback. And thank y'all for the hearts too. I love this about Periscope. This is exactly what we're talking about. Is this feedback is so important because we can encourage each other to have good habits. And what are the habits of highly successful people, and how do we implement these? We can all give each other ideas. So that is great. All right, number 7. And this is sharpen the saw. So this is your EQ. This is where your emotional intelligence gets raised, because you're really honing and sharpening your own personal skills of understanding yourself, body, soul, and spirit, really understanding yourself as a complete person. So in order to really do this, it's important to have the self-awareness so you can have the self-management. But in order to have the self-awareness, you need like we said before, you need the synergy, you need the teamwork, you need the feedback from others, you need to understand what other people are trying to tell you. And this is going to help you hone those skills and sharpen your own saw so that you can then be more successful. So 7 habits of highly successful people and of highly effective people. We want to be effective in life, right? Not just go through life, but we want to be effective. So highly effective is what Stephen Covey said many, many, many years ago. Feeding in positive energy and everyone getting benefits is so true, Susan. It's beneficial for everyone when there's that synergy. Okay, so remember the 7 habits of highly effective people. Catch the replay at noon. Think about it. Hey, reread Stephen Covey's book if you haven't read it. It's just so it's been around a long time, but it is so good. Your word is prosper, to flourish, to grow personally. That's excellent, Brittany. That is one of the good habits of highly effective people. And so that is great. So we want to really look at these skills and just really, really sharpen them. God made us to divinely live in abundance, abundantly. It is so true, Susan. We need to live exceedingly abundantly above all that we can even ask or imagine. That is God's plan for us. So that's a good thing. In fact, you're just reminding me of a few other really good scriptures I might as well share tonight. So as long as we're putting on a new armor, a new set of clothes, a new habit, okay? Here's a few other scriptures. Luke 16. chapter 16, verse 13. No servant can serve two masters. He will either hate one and love the other, or he will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. There is a great reminder. So as you are choosing what your goals are and what your desires are, choose your priorities. There's a habit of someone who is highly effective is they understand their priorities, right? And they've got their values and they have this integrity in what they believe and how they behave. Okay, so here's another scripture that we want to remind ourselves as we think about this. No, you can't. You can't. It's not going to work. Okay, so Proverbs 12:1. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid. There's a great Proverbs for you. But you know, you guys, as we're seeking this evaluation and we're seeking synergy and feedback from other people, don't reject the knowledge. Don't reject the feedback. That's not going to benefit you, because a habit of a highly effective person is someone who can receive feedback, someone who can listen and who can understand the feedback from others. So that is knowledge that we want to receive. That is a habit of a highly effective person. Okay, James 1:4. Perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking in anything. So as you continue to move forward this year, you want to persevere, okay, to create these better habits. Remember, y'all, you're not born with these bad habits that you have acquired, but you can just put those off. You've somehow put on the clothes of a bad habit, but you can take those off and switch clothes to your good habits and to highly effective habits that's going to benefit you. So these are great reminders. What are some of the good habits you want to put on? Love, patience, tolerance, perseverance. These are things that can become good habits. Healthy eating, taking care of yourself, exercise, fitness, being kind. Arguing is such a bad habit. That's right. So to lay that new pathway in your brain, right, Susan? You just have to get the hang of it. Don't argue, don't argue, don't argue, and replace that with kindness, and you'll start to build the kindness as a new pathway, right? It's so important. Okay, sowing the seeds of forgiveness, of selflessness. These are all very good habits that you want to do. Accountability, embrace accountability as a new habit. Self-acceptance. There you go. There's a new habit. So all of these are habits of new ways of thinking. And as you develop new ways of thinking, new ways of treating yourself, new ways of treating your body, new ways of just living, it is a game changer. Yesterday, I started my day off with all this negativity, and it totally threw me for a loop. Finally, I was just like, it took me a couple hours to be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to backtrack because already I got so off track. But you guys, it doesn't take much to get back on track. That's right. You give yourself grace. My grandma always said, what's so bad about being wrong? But it doesn't take long to learn. You know what? I don't like that. I don't like it whenever I am not self-disciplined. I much rather be disciplined. She said she's right. I'm so much happier when I don't argue with mommy. Oh, that is precious. It's so true, y'all. We are so much happier when we control our tongue. Okay, it is a bad habit to just let your tongue fly off. It's a bad habit to swear. It's a bad habit to be out of control, right, y'all? It's a really bad habit. Yesterday, my mouth was out of control yesterday morning, which is so upsetting to me because it felt awful. But a good habit is always rewarding. So as we reestablish these good habits, we got to let the bad ones go, reestablish the good habits. That's right. We're all human, right? But we got to remember, what's so bad about being wrong? We apologize, we get up, we pick ourselves up, and we start laying the pathway to this good habit again. Good habit of controlling my tongue, good habit of staying positive, good habit of starting my day off right. And these are good habits. These are habits of highly effective people. Breaking your habit of sarcasm. That is awesome, Cocoa Puffs. It's so true. There are certain people, and I'm one of them. When I'm around certain people, that I get sarcastic, and it's not a good idea. Dr. Caroline Leaf is so brilliant, and she is brilliant about establishing scientifically the benefit of breaking bad habits, you know, and wiring in new habits. I love how she said you wired it in and you can wire it out, you know, whatever those bad habits are, rewire in good habits. So as we do that day after day after day after day, it is a complete game changer. It is super late. I'm so glad that you got to be here, you guys. I love it. Anyway, I'm going to get ready for bed, and I thank y'all for periscoping with me. Oh, good. I'm glad she likes my red lipstick. I just reapplied right before my periscope tonight, okay? Yes, we need to guard our actions and guard our thoughts. All of these things are important, right? As we make these choices, y'all, you will see a complete shift in your thinking and a complete shift in the results of your life, because you will see growth in everything that you feed of all your positive habits and your good thinking. You'll see that grow, and then all of your bad habits you'll see die as you starve the bad, okay? So God bless you guys. It is a paradigm shift, but we are going to start this new year with good habits. God bless you. Bye-bye.